Today we're talking about Bacon's essay on revenge. So in his essay, he will try to the like uh, say that revenge is bad in any case, and he'll give like three arguments. Oh no, four arguments for why you shouldn't take revenge, and he'll give two considerations for if you were to go through with revenge. Yeah. So his first argument is to do with letting a wrong pass over. Uh, that could be through forgiveness, um, or just like letting it go. It's just letting it pass over. So he says, certainly in taking revenge, a man is but even with his enemy, but in passing it over, he is superior, for it is a prince's part to pardon. Yeah. Um, so that's just pretty much saying that it's just better to let it go.
So you're like morally, ethically the better, like the bigger man, basically.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
basically,
saying.
bro is just saying be the bigger man.
Exactly,
Oh.
exactly. That's a pretty common argument nowadays. Um, his second argument is that because we cannot go back in time and change the wrongs done to us, we should just let it go. Well, the problem with that is like, let's say you got hit by a car, and then you broke every single one of your bones in your body, so you're just like a puddle of meat
Oof.
because you don't have bones anymore.
Oof.
Um, just because the driver was watching some person dancing on TikTok and driving at the same time and couldn't see you and hit you. Well, obviously you can't go back in time and turn yourself back into a human. You're just a slime permanently. Like you're just a puddle of meat because you have no more bones. Bacon's point is that even if you were to get revenge, so you get your brother to go do a hit and run, and you turn the guy who hit you into like a meat slime, a puddle of meat. That's still not gonna undo you being a meat puddle.
Okay, I feel like there's an important distinction to be made. So I think Bacon, when he talks about revenge, he's talking about the purely punitive thing, right? So it's not talking about making up for the wrong, like not talking about reparations.
Yeah, it's more like you yourself are making them pay.
All right. Okay. Okay.
I think because he doesn't give like a good definition.
Right, but it's called revenge. Like the essay is talking about the word revenge, right?
Yeah.
So I think that probably gives the implication of the punitive measures. Because I feel like in that case, right, obviously, legally, this man should pay you money for your like hospital bills and like stuff, right?
Yeah.
So-
getting turned into a meat puddle.
Exactly. So if he's already like made up for turning you into a meat puddle, it's talking about like, hey, you should just let this go because you already like, you know what I mean? Like you turning him into a meat puddle as well won't benefit society. Is it like that?
It's more like just it won't turn you back into a human.
Yeah, yeah, but
That's his argument.
is this under the assumption that he has already like done actions to make up for it?
He doesn't clarify that, but I assume no.
Oh, I see. Cause like okay, then maybe he's like talking about two different, completely different things, and because I feel like obviously in that case, then the guy should do things to make up for turning you into a meat
Yeah,
puddle.
exactly.
But if he has already made up for turning you into a meat puddle, there's
Then
no
you
point.
shouldn't go
Exactly.
back.
There's no point in you turning him into a meat puddle as well.
Yeah,
And-
like if you sued him, he gave you money.
yeah. But I feel like I do kind of understand where Bacon's coming from now, because like just because okay, even if he didn't give you money for turning you into a meat puddle, you turning him into a meat puddle doesn't like unturn you back into a human.
Yeah, exactly. That's his point.
I see. Unless you're like,
Yeah.
hey, give me money or else I'll turn you into a meat puddle.
Yeah, a big issue with some of these is that he doesn't specify what type of revenge.
I
Just
see.
like revenge in general. And then the next argument he makes is that whenever someone does you wrong, it's usually impersonal. So what he means by this is like, for example, if someone off the street random, he's wearing a ski mask, he got an AK, like he's all loaded out, and he robs you, right? It's like, give me all your money right now. And then he pulls out the gun on you, and then he's like, uh, yeah, give me all your money. But when he says that, give me all your money, that's for his own personal gain. He wants money, right? So usually, like when one does rob someone else, it's for personal gain, and not just because they wanna rob them personally. And
It's not personal, buddy.
yeah, so like he's just pretty much saying, uh, you shouldn't take revenge because they wanted to gain something, and they didn't want to gain it personally from you, but they wanted something for themselves, not to inflict pain upon you
I find
personally.
okay. I find this argument a lot less convincing than the previous two because just because it was impersonal doesn't mean like it didn't personally affect you.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I don't really find this one convincing.
Yeah, and then you can make the counter argument of, well, what if they actually did rob you
Yeah, yeah.
personally, which is, I don't know how that works, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure it happens all the time. Like if you know some guy's like super rich, or like, hey,
oh, that's true. They rob you. Okay, yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
like
true.
rob you, bro.
And then his counter argument for that is, it is because of that person's specific nature. So I assume he means personality or circumstance. So the situation that they're in. So again, he's trying to collapse it back on being impersonal.
Mm,
So he's kind of like saying, oh, you should understand them. That's why it's not impersonal or whatever. He's turning it from a personal thing into an impersonal thing.
it kind of reminds me of the free will argument of like people who like do bad things, like they don't have free will because it's like all their life circumstances that led up to that thing.
Yeah,
heard of that?
yeah, determinism. Proof.
Yeah.
Wait, like no, you're like the argument against free will.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, for
determinate.
example, like this person was raised in this household, this kind of environment that led to
That
them
led to them.
like
Yeah.
that led
Or,
to
like,
them
personal-
pursuing exactly.
or led or like their personality changed and this specific moment which led them to
Yeah,
do this.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
I mean, I find this like kind of an unconvincing argument in the context of revenge specifically, but
Yeah, I don't know about this one either.
I don't know about this one, Chef.
So, and then his last argument is specifically for friends. He pretty much says, if a friend does you wrong, you should kind of just you shouldn't take revenge because you should just take the wrongs with the rights and the goods with the bads. This is like a common argument for like forgiving your friends. And another point he makes is that if the wrong that they did to you isn't big enough, when you talk it through with your friend, it in fact builds your friendship bond stronger, and your friendship will be stronger. But this doesn't really account for like for example, again, the car hitting you, like your friend hits you with the car. That doesn't really.
I mean, maybe it was an accident. Like if your friend, okay, not you. That's if person A's friend hit person A with a car. Would person A forgive the friend if it was an accident?
Yeah.
Or I guess I
if
could
they're
say you,
friends, then
right?
probably
Would you if it was your friend?
it depends.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that's the thing. So he's pretty much just saying, yeah, take the goods with the bads, and yeah, and what is it? Oh my, I forgot. And if you talk it through with your friends, it'll build your friendship stronger. If the wrong they did to you was like small enough though.
Right, exactly.
If that's
exactly.
too big, I don't know.
Yeah,
He doesn't
exactly.
specify what.
I think it definitely depends on what the magnitude of the mistake and also who it's with specifically, right? Like if this
Yeah.
friend has a history of betraying your trust and like doing terrible things to you, then you should probably like be like, But if you know it was an accident and it was like really tiny, right? For example, your friend like, I don't know, your friend like knocked over some coffee and like, oh, your
Yeah,
shirt, and you're like,
exactly.
all right, that's okay. Like the consequences are not that deep, and like it was an accident. But
Yeah, exactly.
probably shouldn't like knock over some coffee over your friend. But if it was like, like I mentioned, if you have a history of doing stuff and your friend, but this isn't the context of revenge, so I feel like, right, I keep on forgetting this is about revenge. So I feel like, yeah, I guess like you, again, this is kind of tied back to the previous ones, but if you take revenge on your friend, it's not really doing anything. You should maybe just like stop being
Chill
this
out,
person's
yeah.
friend. Like,
yeah, exactly.
like-
You should distance yourself.
yeah, exactly. So, but I don't know if like revenge will really do much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after these arguments, he's saying, well, if you're not convinced by any of these, and you still want to go out with, go with your plan of taking revenge against someone, you should consider two things. The first thing he says you should consider is that if the wrong has a legal remedy. So if the wrong that someone did to you has a legal remedy, then you shouldn't go out with revenge, because that's just like they've already been like a sort of revenge. Like, for example, they had to pay you money, or they go to prison or something.
That's the thing though. It's like reparations versus
Yeah,
revenge,
yeah,
right? But also within a legal framework, it's like if you take revenge in a legal framework, then it's like you're committing a crime too. Like, for example, if he kills your mom and you kill his mom for
Yeah.
revenge, like you're
Like if you get hit by a car, then they'll go to prison, and that's like legal remedy. Now the problem is that it's like nowadays you can just sue anybody, so that means anything has a legal remedy. I sue you. I sue you for hitting me with a car and turning me into a meat ball. Yeah, that's pretty much what you think. And the second consideration is that if you do plan to do revenge, and you do go out with and you do go along with your plan of taking revenge, you should let the person know. You should let them know that you did it.
I mean, isn't when you take revenge, like, don't you always tell them?
Yeah, you should. You
Well,
should tell
almost
them.
always. I feel
You
like
should tell, like, oh yeah. It was me.
it was me.
Yeah, you hit me with the car, remember? So I'm hitting you with the car again.
It was me. Deal.
Yeah, you gotta let them know, right? Just so, like, it's not so much the action. It's kind of like you want to make them hurt because they hurt you. You want to let them know that it was you who hurt them back. You want them to feel the pain that you felt from them, and you want to inflict pain upon them, and you want them to know that you gave them that pain.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm necessarily convinced by the arguments, because as someone who already was I don't really take revenge on people, so I don't know if I'm like convinced by the arguments because I already held that position. But I will say I'll say maybe his second argument is probably the most like convincing from like a purely logistical sense for me. Like the first one is like be a better good person. Like it feels very vague, very like wishy-washy. And the third one is kind of related to the second one already. But I feel like the second one is definitely his strongest argument.
Yeah. And again, with the second consideration, he thinks that once the original wrongdoer knows that you got revenge on them, and you tell them who you got revenge, then they might remember that they did something wrong to you, and say like apologize.
I mean, if you get revenge on them, then like why would they apologize? Like for example,
Yeah.
if they killed your mom and you went and killed their mom, like, I don't
That's
think
extreme.
they're gonna.
That's extreme.
like,
that's more like
Right.
like stealing food or something. Like if they steal food from your fridge and then you steal food from
Like, do
their
you really
fridge,
think
they
they'll like
might-
apologize for it? Like, it's like you have to apologize to them now. Like, because if you take revenge on them, then like
You
doesn't
guys
this
both
continue?
apologize.
Exactly. Doesn't this continue the cycle of like
Yeah,
now
it's
he
the
wants
same.
revenge on you, so he'll steal more food
Yeah,
from your
there's
fridge.
also like the problem. Yeah, it's a issue. Yeah, that's about it.